Greetings everyone, Greg here, and I'm excited to share my first video after reaching 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. And just wanted to do this little video as a big thank you to everyone that subscribed. Obviously, I couldn't have done it without you. And it just shows every like and every subscribe helps. I hope if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed, that you take the time to click subscribe, like this video, and I'm going to do my best to keep creating interesting content for you. I also want to extend a special thank you to all those who have purchased my courses. It's helped me create more content, particularly those who have purchased my live one-on-one courses and things like that. It's really appreciated, and I hope to keep creating more exciting content that will help you transform your business or your personal career. And I'm going to ask you, to check the links and descriptions down below. I have links to my websites and to my courses. I'm really looking forward to do anything I can that can help people transform their businesses with technology or enhance their careers and be more successful using technology. So, that's the short thank you. For those who are interested, I really wanted to take a little bit of time to talk a little bit about how I got to 10,000 subscribers. There's a lot of people interested in that of how did you grow this niche channel to 10,000? There's a lot of people out there with YouTube channels that talk about how to grow them, but there's just probably not enough people that have grown tech niches that you can see looking through my content that, I'm not one of those people that just use tricks and gimmicks to grow a YouTube channel. It's very authentic. It's very real, and I want to talk a little bit about how that worked and the good points and the bad points. So I guess the upside, if you're looking at this and you're new and you're thinking, hey, maybe I could grow a YouTube channel, this channel kind of proves that you don't have to be a full-time YouTuber. I'm not a full-time YouTuber. You can look back through my courses and see that I go months without putting up videos. That's not a good thing. That's nothing to be proud of. But I'm being transparent here to show that you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to do weekly. You just have to put out good content that people respect and need. And so I never tried to create content that I didn't think people needed. I didn't use clickbait, no clickbait titles or anything like that. I didn't do that. I also wanted to talk just a little bit about the challenges that I faced with having Unity, which is game design, game development, not just Unity, but also Godot and Python game development, mixed in with Odoo, which is a business platform and is used to transform businesses, and it's open source. It's a great platform, but those are two different kinds of audiences, and YouTube doesn't like that. And I'll take a minute to explain, and you'll hear a lot about this if you're growing a YouTube channel, is that when you put out content, say with Odoo, that's like a business application platform, and people subscribe by the hundreds and thousands, and I had close to 5,000 or more Odoo subscribers before I even started really putting game design onto my YouTube channel, is that the problem by introducing the alternate platforms and the other areas of professional interest I have is that when YouTube starts to put content in front of your subscribers, only part of your subscribers are into that content, and they'll skip over it, or they'll watch 10 seconds of it and go, oh wait, this content isn't really what I'm interested in. So a game developer, they want to see game design content, they don't want to see Odoo. And someone interested in Odoo, they don't really want to see game design content. And so it doesn't keep you from growing a channel. I still got to 10,000, but to be transparently honest, it makes your numbers harder to get there because YouTube is more reluctant to put your videos in front of your subscribers and because they get clicked over more within your subscriber base. So what I would say is, you've got to decide whether or not you're wanting to grow a YouTube channel or you're wanting to create more content that will resonate with people, and create playlists, so that what I'm hoping is, you're watching this, you want to be my subscriber, that if you're a game person, you'll see that I have an Odoo video. That's fine. I'm not asking you to watch it even though you don't want to watch it, but that you still favorably thumbs up and like my game videos, and that you say subscribed. When the game videos come on, you click them, you watch them, you comment on them. All that stuff's very important. And likewise, if you're an Odoo person and you don't care about game design, look at the playlist for Odoo. Look, at my thumbnails, and if it's not a Odoo video, it doesn't mean you unsubscribe. It just means that content on my channel might not be for you. But certainly a challenge growing mixed content, and I don't know how to shy away from that now, being down with as many people that like both of my styles of content, except to expand a little bit more, in fact, into being more of a technology transformation channel. And whether that's entertainment and digital marketing, helping companies with business processes, helping them with Odoo, helping them maybe perhaps using Unity or entertainment type products to get people interested in their brand, that kind of thing. The other thing I'm going to talk about too about my channel is that I had success with it without showing my face for the most part. I have a few videos here and there where I do have my face, but they didn't even do that well. I think I had the chance to show my face in this video. I almost did, but the reason I didn't was because I haven't to this point, and I really wanted to just keep it consistent and tell people who are thinking about starting, especially in the tech niche, you don't have to show your face. And that's kind of a relief. I think that it takes down a barrier, because the lighting required now, the quality of the camera you need, and some of these things to really kind of make your face pop and to look quality on the YouTube videos that are expected. I think that can be a challenge for people, and it's a reason why they might not start a channel. So I would say get started anyway, with a plan to show your face. I intend to be more visibly present in my future videos. It's always been my intent, but I'm a bit of a shy person. I don't, it is a pain setting up the lighting and the camera. It adds a whole other dimension of work and setup that you don't have if you don't show your face. So I think it's better to get started than to not. And then finally, I'm going to say huge opportunities exist. This is a great time to get started, and don't think that, oh, well, he got to 10,000. That's because he started a while back. That's not why I got to where I'm at. I got where I'm at because of the content I produced, and I think that now is just as good time as any, and I'll talk a little bit more about that under the next section. I've been wanted to talk about was the important lessons. So there's some important lessons I learned I wanted to share with people. Again, this is for people that are seeing my 10,000th YouTube subscriber video, and they want to know how I got here. And I'll say the important lesson I'm going to say is I think digital marketing is important for everyone. I think it doesn't matter whether you're running the company, whether you're in the marketing department, or whether you are graduating college looking to get your first job as a developer. I think the fact of the matter is everybody needs to think about how they present themselves. Your resume, for example, is a very important component in how you get a job, but I think it's now increasingly becoming one component. That having a portfolio, having a website presence, having a YouTube channel, having a Facebook group that's in your field of interest is a differentiation you can't afford to ignore. Creating authority in your field of discipline isn't just for companies. It makes the difference whether you have a job that pays the bare minimum in your field, where you're seen as one of the many masses that got churned out of a university program or a degree program or a certification program. And everybody has a certification. Focusing on how you present yourself, the things that you do to project authority is important. And I think digital marketing and understanding it and how you want to represent yourself to your employers, or if you're a company, how you represent yourself to your consumers and your potential clients, it's critical. And what you sell becomes almost secondary, sadly. And I'm not saying that, but it's a good thing, but it does become almost secondary, because if you can't cut through the noise, if you can't elevate yourself above the fray of the thousands and tens of thousands of other people in your same industry, in your same business, looking for the same jobs, it doesn't matter how great your skills are. It doesn't matter how great your product is. No one's going to see it. No one's going to see you. And that's why digital marketing is important, why I'm increasingly going to make it a part of the content that I create on this channel. The other important lesson, done is superior to perfect. This video, this is my third recording. I'm pledging to myself I'm not going to redo it a fourth time because it isn't perfect. I know I rambled in some places. I went a little longer on some topics than I wished to, but it needs to get done, it needs to get out. And I know for myself, I failed to create a continuous stream of content, often because I was looking for either the perfect idea to talk about, the perfect way to present it. It needed to be without errors or ums or ahs or me getting down a rambling topic. And because I was always conscious of this, I think I made some of the best courses and I have created some of the best content with regard to game design and Odoo, but I haven't been as prolific as I could have been because I just probably wanted it to be a little bit better than it needed to be. Done is better than perfect. Don't get in your way yourself because you think you aren't good enough at it. I'm going to add to this little bit of belief is that you don't need to be an expert to begin. You only need to know 30 minutes more than the person you're teaching, 10 minutes more than the person you're teaching. So learn something, get it in your head, make a video on it and teach it. And that's it. You don't need to study for 2 years on a subject or on a particular thing to create content on it. Be comfortable with creating content on things that you're still uncomfortable with. I think that's a good tip. The other important lesson for me is communicating with my followers. I'm very guilty of soliciting comments in my YouTube videos and then not responding in the comment sections when people comment. So I am vowing to do better with that going forward. It's an important thing, I think, in building a YouTube channel because you can't get back that lost time. I can't go back and ignore the fact that somebody posted a comment a year ago. It was a very legitimate question, and I just saw it today. I responded back on it, and I'm thinking to myself, that's going to look awkward no matter what. If I always leave it and never respond, that's awkward, especially with my intent to respond to everybody's comment, here going forward. But it's also awkward, to come along a year later and respond to something too, and people see that, well, gosh, is the guy even still alive now? Bad joke. But the truth of the matter is, communicate with your followers. Respond to every comment, and I've been guilty of that. But that's what I would recommend. Is an important lesson. It's a regret that I have. The final lesson I'm going to have on here is that there's never been a better time to get started. YouTube's algorithm benefits more than you think someone who is new. And what I mean by that is I think a lot of people perceive that you have to have a existing YouTube channel with thousands of followers, and that's what gives you the presence on YouTube and lets people see your videos. And it's just not true. If you create a video that's got quality content and you make a detailed description, and that's important with good keywords in there that match the content, and you have a good thumbnail for that content, and you follow the advice that you can get on making good YouTube videos, YouTube's going to put that video in front of a few hundred people. And they're going to look at that data from that, and if it's resonating well and people have good average watch times, people are liking it, and more importantly, people are commenting on it, it's generating a lot of content, comments and things like that, they will continue and push it in front of more and more and more people. And that's how videos go viral. They don't go viral because somebody has 1 million subscribers. They go viral because when they put it in front of 100 people, they have 80 people who watch it to the end. And YouTube's algorithm says, oh, let's put this in front of 1,000 people. And they have 700 people watch it till the end. So then they put it in front of 10,000 people and so on. And so don't get in a understanding of YouTube in thinking you know how it works when you don't. There's a lot to the algorithm of YouTube and assumptions people make about their chances of being successful are wildly off. It's more important that you create content people really like and that they can't click off of. This video probably will not be a good example of that, just for the nature of it. But we know that the most important thing is to be done and not perfect. So we'll be happy with the 1,000 or so views this video gets. Finally, next stop, 100,000 views or 100,000 subscribers. That's what I'm going to hope to get to. I just got 10,000. I'm going for 100,000. 10x it. That'll be my next big milestone. And so, what about this next 100,000? Well, the number one thing I'm going to put at the very top of the list is Odoo 14 is a game changer. If you're on here as a game designer or some other part of my channel that has nothing to do with Odoo, take a little bit of time to look into Odoo, because it's a complete platform for businesses, but it can also be great for an entrepreneur or an individual who wants to give themselves a platform to build a brand on or market on. It gives you a website builder with Odoo 14 particularly being a game changer. It's been completely redesigned. It's really nice. It also has e-commerce. It has course management, so you can put your courses in there. It has an e-learning module, purchasing, inventory, manufacturing. If you build things, the Odoo's used by Toyota. So, it's an open source platform, it's free, and it's used by some of the biggest corporations and still very up and coming. So I'm excited about doing more Odoo content. I think it's going to just continue to grow and be big, because it really is the best open source business platform you're going to find. The other big thing that I'm going to talk about is mobile application development. I'm releasing a new mobile application toolkit. I already have my Odoo Enterprise Toolkit that's already, it's been out for a few years and helps people build native mobile applications quickly. But I'm releasing a whole bunch of new things with mobile application development and integration with Unity. I'm very excited about it. I've talked a bit about my Mojo game studio, and I'm going to be releasing a lot more new content there. So very excited about that. Also, more content on personal and business transformations with technologies such as Odoo, or use Unity to create games and entertainment and things like that. Business is changing. People are going to expect more out of their experiences working with companies, and that means sound, that means video, that means interactivity, that means effects of some kind to make the experience more pleasurable for people. Our little mini games, you can look all around at companies like KFC just released a mobile game that's a real RPG game that uses game mechanics to get people interested in their brand. So I think there's a lot of growth here as Unity is moving more into enterprise development and business application development, seeing themselves as not just a game engine. So I'm looking very excited at just how technology, and not just what people think of as technologies in terms of electronics or applications, but also technologies in terms of business processes, project management, motivation, inner game. Those kind of things are really important, because a lot of people, they don't fail because they don't understand the technologies or the technical aspects of things. They fail because they procrastinate, they don't understand project management, they have a hard time staying focused. It's been the challenges I've faced, and staying disciplined and those kinds of things. That's the key to success 90% of the time. It's not knowing a fancy design pattern. The other thing is a lot more direct in interaction, live content. So YouTube's becoming a little bit more of a live platform, and I hope to take advantage of that. I want to create more live content that's going to have advantages of being able to interact directly with people, and they can ask questions. It's also going to allow me to pretty much get my content out there faster, avoid what I talked about before, this maybe need to have a perfect video that gets put out. By going live, you kind of force yourself to just get the content out and share the knowledge and get it in people's hands a little faster. It takes out the editing and the uploading and the hand-wringing over making, this perfect YouTube videos that's going to get a lot of likes. Instead, you leave it just more up to the community and the subscribers and the people watching, and the fate of just, I know my content's good, I know I've got things that I can help people with in transforming their lives and their businesses. And so I just want to do more of that. And then finally is collaboration, collaborating with other YouTube channels, collaborating with other developers, other designers, and people that are using technology, using their skills and their entrepreneurship to succeed on the internet or in life as a whole. So that is what I'm excited about. I can't thank everyone enough. This is not the premier how to grow a 10,000 YouTube subscriber video, but it's just an honest assessment of what I believe was core for my getting my channel to this point, and knowing that getting to 100,000 is going to require more of the same in lessons that I've shared here. And I'm looking forward to many comments, many questions. If you're wanting to collaborate, if you want to start a YouTube channel, I have links in my descriptions below to some of the best courses and the best things and mentors that have helped me get there. And that's my final tip: is don't just try to do it yourself or think you can do it in a vacuum. Find somebody who's done it before, someone that you connect with that has a style you like, and say, help me. Get a coach. We see it in every act of life, that people who are successful and that you see on TV, and the ones that are millionaires, they have coaches, they have advisors, and the more money they have, the more of those types of people they have. And I want to assert that it's not what you think. They're not getting those people because they have the money. They are where they're at because they've been around and they've had a mindset from the very beginning, that they reached out to people and surrounded themselves with people that would enable them success, rather than being more introverted and concealed about trying to make and do it themselves. That's why every athlete that you see on every team, on every field, whether it's basketball, baseball, soccer, doesn't matter what it is, they have coaches and trainers and multiple ones. So approach your business like that, approach your life like that. I'm glad to be one to help those who would like to work with me. Again, links to my courses down below. Please please subscribe. It's an exciting time to build out YouTube channels, to create passive income, to create courses. And I look forward to anyone who wants to go on that journey with me. Thank you so much.